What's happening, everybody? Thank you for joining us. I need a huge favor today. We are right at the precipice of a very big event that I am hosting and sponsoring at the Freedom Church this weekend, this Saturday, to be more specific. The day is Friday, so it's literally tomorrow, May the 1st, the first day in May. And I'm super excited about it. It is the Black Male Empowerment. And I am the CEO and founder of Black Male Empowerment. And for those that don't know what it is, I'll give you a brief synopsis so you can clearly understand what it is and what it's about. It's an initiative to empower Black men and Black boys so that they can be well equipped with the necessary tools to succeed in this life. This weekend, we're focusing on Black boys, middle school and high school. Black boys, middle school and high school are being invited to my Black Male Empowerment Now program. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited about what we're going to be doing because we're literally going to be pouring into the future, the minds of Black boys, middle school and high school. And I want to encourage you to really jump on board because this is going to be phenomenal. If you're anywhere near the Warner Robins, Georgia area, Saturday, May 1st, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I'm going to take a few minutes to walk you through this event so you clearly understand what it's about, what's required to participate, especially if you're a parent. I want you to be in the know because I want you to be involved. I want you to really benefit from this opportunity, which is going to be something we're going to do on a regular basis. This is the beginning of something that has been on my heart for a long time, and I'm excited to finally put the key in the ignition and put this vehicle in drive. So this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Freedom Church. I'll give you the address in a little bit before I'm done, but I want to break it down so you know exactly what's going on. Now, because it's my event, I do things differently from most people, and I do that way because I can. It's my event, so I have certain rules, requirements, and expectations because everything that I do is teaching. It's a teaching method. It's a teaching mode. There is a lesson in everything that I do. So one of the most important things that participants need to know is that you have to be on time. I am someone who is very adamant about punctuality. And I will be teaching tomorrow how important punctuality is to me, to success, to being a man who is empowered. If you don't respect time, then there are going to be a whole lot of other things you're going to wind up disrespecting because time is a precious commodity. So every participant must be on time. The doors will open at 9:30 a.m. Juice and donuts will be provided. And there'll be a juice table and a donut table outside. So if you get there early, I'd say 9 a.m., juice table will be set up. Krispy Kreme donut table will be set up. And that'll give you some time to get you some breakfast, get your eat on, and get ready for a phenomenal day. The doors to the building will open at 9:30 a.m. And from 9:30 a.m. to 9:59, those doors are going to remain open. Precisely at 10 a.m., those doors will be locked. And anyone that's late will not be allowed entry. I don't care if you're 1 minute late. I don't care if you're 30 seconds late. I don't care if you're 5 seconds late. The principle is punctuality. Good news is we'll do it again. Maybe the next time you can catch us. But I'm teaching something that needs to be taught. And a lot of adults need to grasp it. That's why a lot of our kids don't have it. So that's the first thing you need to know. If you get there at 10, just keep rolling. They're not going to let you in. Okay? The important thing is to be on time. Again, this event is absolutely free. And I'm going to break down what your sons are going to receive. And it may not be your son, maybe your nephew, okay? Maybe your grandson. If you have a young Black male that is in middle school or high school, trust me, you don't want them to miss this amazing opportunity. It's going to really be powerful. 9:30 a.m., the doors will open. On the back end, when everything's said and done, parents must pick up their boys at 12 p.m. That means parents have to be on time. If a parent is late picking up their son or their grandson or their nephew, then that's going to make it difficult for that young man to be invited to the next event. Again, this is something you don't want to mess up. This is something that as a parent, you want to show your son, your nephew, your grandson, the importance of being on time because we're teaching, you're teaching. You want to show them the importance of picking them up on time. Punctuality matters. The reason why you want to make sure that you execute this properly is because the young men that show up at this initial launching, they're going to be the young men that I'm going to focus on and I'm going to really commit to pouring into the rest of this year. I'm talking free movie outings. I'm talking free dinner outings, free lunch outings on Saturday, where I take them to lunch and I feed them. I take them to dinner and I feed them. I take them to the movies, and the movies are on me absolutely free with popcorn and drink included. But in order to get there, the beginning has to be right. And listen, everybody does their events differently. You'll know more about me. If you don't know, I'm very peculiar and I have my ways. But let me tell you something about my ways. My ways have produced some phenomenal men and women over the last 10 or 15 years, over the last 20 years, not to even mention my own children. I'm talking about the children of other people, and I'm talking about the adults that are connected to me and subscribe to my theology and philosophies about life. So I want to make sure this is really clear, and I wanted to come on here today and really explain it because this is not a regular event where you can just show up late and think everything's cool or pick up your son late and think everything's cool. No, we will be tracking all of this data because these are the young men that I want to pour into going forward. I also need to know that they're coming from homes that are going to support what I'm pouring in, because it doesn't matter what I do. If they're going to a home where the parent is not supportive, the grandparent is not supportive, whoever their guardian is not supportive of the principles that I'm teaching, then it's going to be even more challenging for that young man to really grasp and apply what I teach. It takes a community to nurture and guide this generation. So I want to take some time to explain this because I want everybody to understand what I look for, what I expect, how I roll. So if you choose to roll with me, you'd be like, okay, I know what to expect. This guy is about his business. Check this out. It's going to be a free lunch, going to be a free t-shirt, and going to be a free book. And there's going to be a free notebook given to every young male, middle school and high school, that's going to be in attendance. The free book that I'll be giving every single one of them is my book, Unleash the Power Inside, a phenomenal book of personal growth and development. And I love this book. My heart and soul is in this book. I'm going to give it to them absolutely free. Every single one of them will get a free copy of my book. Okay. They will also receive a free notebook from my transformation tribe. And what this is, it gives them a designated place to take notes and write down anything that they deem important, anything that resonates with them. There'll be some things that I will ask them to write down. And I will make sure they've got a writing utensil, a pen or a pencil tomorrow as well. It's going to be an educational moment for these young men. It'll also be fun. It'll be entertaining. We're going to laugh and have a good time. But my focus is to pour into them and to allow them to experience successful Black excellence. Allow them to experience successful Black excellence. From myself, my son is going to be there, Anthony Troy Wynn II, who is currently in Atlanta attending Kennesaw State University, studying to be an engineer. And he's going to share some things from his life. He'll share some things that he's learned as a young man. He'll also share the importance of listening to guidance from an OG, from somebody who's been where you're trying to go as a young man, and they have the wisdom and the knowledge. And he'll tell you, and he's going to talk about the importance of listening and humbling yourself to at least listen to the guidance, because it can make a difference in your life. I'm so excited about that. I'll also have one of my mentees there as well. And he's going to be providing an opportunity to share some things on his heart. He's going to talk about some of his own personal challenges. He's going to talk about some of the things that he's learned in dealing with me as a mentor and the importance of listening again to guidance from someone who has success, who is succeeding, and they care enough to give you that wisdom because they want to see you succeed. So it's going to be phenomenal. Free lunch, free t-shirt, free book, free notebook. You don't want to miss this. This is going to be absolutely awesome. Again, this is the Black Male Empowerment Now for middle school and high school Black boys. The next event after this will be for Black men. And I want everybody to understand that the reason why we're focusing on Black boys and Black men is because I am absolutely convinced that there are some things that Black men need to hear from Black men, and there are some things that Black boys need to hear from Black men as well. I'm excited about this, offering this to the community, absolutely free. You can never say that somebody didn't provide, somebody didn't care enough. And a lot of you, I want to pause because this just jumped in my spirit as a reminder. A lot of you are oftentimes reaching out to our ministry, trying to get us to help you with your sons, trying to see if we've got somebody who can mentor them, somebody who can meet with them, somebody who can talk with them, somebody who can help them get back on track when they aren't listening to you, when they aren't doing well in school, when they're on drugs or trying drugs, when they're out in the streets. You're calling our ministry. This is your opportunity to have your son poured into, uplifted, empowered, educated, and shown the power and the importance of being a Black male of integrity, a Black male of prominence, a Black male who is a leader and not a follower, a Black male of substance, a Black male who makes positive contributions in his own city, in his own community. It's going to be phenomenal. Also, you need to understand that if you have a Black male son that is in middle school or high school and you want them to attend, they must be pre-registered by tonight, April the 30th by 12 midnight. Those of you that have registered, you are good to go. You are on the list. The list will be checked upon entry. Nobody will enter the building who's not on the list. So registration matters. There will be no pop-ups. There will be nobody showing up saying, I heard about the event, want to bring my son, didn't get a chance to register. You'll have to catch the next one. And there will be others, have no fear. But it's important to follow protocol. It's important to follow procedure, because if you're going to deal with me, that's exactly what it's going to be all day, every day. And I need you to understand that. Now, if you know somebody who's got a son that's in middle school and high school, and they are in the Warner Robins, Georgia area or near the Warner Robins, Georgia area, then you need to share this information with them. I don't care about you sharing this with random individuals. This needs to be specifically shared with people who have Black sons who are in middle school and high school who believe that their son could use some guidance. I'll say it that way. You believe he could use some guidance from some positive Black men who actually care, positive Black young men who actually care, who are giving back, because we understand if we don't give back, it's hard for any of us to go forward. But you got to pre-register. You pre-register on my website, www.troywinnsenior.com. And I even have a QR code that I'm about to pop up on the screen, where if you will scan this code, it will take you directly to my website. You can take your phone out right now if you have a smartphone and scan this code in picture mode on your phone, and it will link you directly to the website. On my website, you will find a tab, a page entitled B.M.E.N, which stands for Black Men Empowerment Now. Just click on that. Register your son, your nephew, your young Black male who's in middle school or high school. There are a few questions to answer, and then you're good to go. And we will see him in the morning. The doors open at 9:30 a.m. Doors will shut precisely at 10 a.m. No exceptions. Zero. But you got to pre-register. So let's get pre-registered, because I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss it. All right, QR code is going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, The next thing I want to talk to you about is possibly considering being a sponsor of this event. You could be a sponsor of this event, the Black Men Empowerment Youth Event this weekend, and any amount is appreciated. No amount too small. Feel free to donate. Feel free to support, because again, as you can see, everything here is free. These young men or their families will not be charged a single dime or dollar. Everything is going to be free. Free lunch, free coaching, free workshop, free seminar, free book, free notebook, free breakfast. Free. Y'all seen that commercial? Everything's free. But if you're somebody that cares about the young Black men in our community and you wanted to do something, you want to do something that empowers them, free t-shirt as well, then this is an opportunity for you to invest in our future, our being these young Black men. I don't have to tell you that Black men are in trouble. I don't have to tell you that Black men are struggling. I don't have to tell you that Black boys are in trouble. I don't have to tell you that Black boys are struggling. You know this if you're awake, okay? So if you want to donate, feel free to go to www.thefreedomchurch.us. There is a tab on our church website for the Black Men Empowerment Now. It's there. It's awesome. All you got to do is click on it. And we use Givelify, just so you know. And I've even got a link for that. So you guys hold on one second. I'm trying to make everything as simple and easy as possible. There's a link for that as well. If you want to donate or sponsor the Black Men Youth Event, which is this weekend, May the 1st, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, scan the QR code right there, and it'll take you right to our Givelify site where you can give to the Freedom Church. You choose the amount first, and then you will be given the option to direct where it goes. You will see a tab or a selection option for B.M.E.N, which stands for Black Men Empowerment Now. Feel free to do that. It will be greatly appreciated. If you don't, everything's still going to be free. Everything's going to be free. We are not going to charge anybody for anything, because we want to show these young men that they're important, that they matter, and that we've got some time for them. Because if we don't take time, then how in the world are they going to know how important they are? It's going to be phenomenal. So there's the opportunity. If you want to sow, you want to be a sponsor, you want to donate, there's your opportunity. QR code is in the corner of the screen, and it is disappearing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gone. All right. You can remember that information, though, at www.thefreedomchurch.us. It'll take you right to our website. Givelify link is on there as well. Now, here's what I want to close with, because I want you to know what we're going to cover. I want you to know what we're going to be talking about. I want you to see the value in this time that we're going to spend with these young men. We will be covering these subjects at the Black Male Empowerment Now for high school and middle school Black boys. Education and school. And we will talk about the importance of education and school. The next subject we'll talk about is finances and business. I'm really excited about this subject because I want to teach them the importance of money. I want to teach them the importance of being business minded. And I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing that I'm going to do for every one of them that is going to be amazing and has the possibility to be life-changing. So I'm excited about that. Don't want to put too much out there because I want people to register and be there. And it's just going to be awesome. I'm so excited because I already know that when this is done, these boys' lives will never be the same. They'll never be the same. I promise you. Then we'll move into the conversation about drugs. A lot of our young boys are pressured into smoking loud, smoking gas, what we used to call weed, chronic, and a lot of them in middle school come to school high, come to school smelling like weed every single day. I know this to be a fact. They come from environments where weed is acceptable. Their friends are smoking it. Drugs are acceptable. Their friends are doing drugs. And I want to talk to them, and we're going to talk to them about making the conscious choice not to do drugs. Just because everybody's doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. And I want to give them some solid, valid reasons why they don't want to do drugs, especially being Black boys in middle school and high school. We're also going to talk about the subject of police encounters, how to conduct yourself when you have a police encounter so that you can live to see the next day, how to conduct yourself, what not to say, what not to do, self-control in a situation where you may feel that you're being treated unfairly. Excited about this conversation as well. Then we'll talk about maturity, what it means to be a young man, and how that maturity should evolve from one age to the next age to the next age, the importance of maturity. And we will retrospectively talk about the dangers of being immature, being 16 with a 12-year-old mind, being 17 but acting like you're 13. It's going to be powerful. Then we're going to move to the next to the last conversation, respect. Respect of oneself, respect of women, and respect of the Black race, being a part of the Black race, the Black community, and the respect that one should have for the Black race. Powerful conversation for Black boys, middle school and high school. And then last but not least, save the best for last, we're going to talk about God and we're going to talk about faith. I will not be indoctrinating them, but I will be telling them the importance of spirituality. I will be sharing with them my own personal experience, my faith in God. So if you have a problem with God and you don't believe in God, then this is not the event for your son. There are other events, I'm sure, that may not include this aspect, but I cannot and I will not avoid this subject. I cannot and I will not have this conversation with your sons, because without God, we are absolutely nothing. Now, if you don't believe in God, then God bless you. And that's it. Those are the subjects we're going to cover, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be so amazing that I literally cannot wait for this moment, for this investment. It's an investment for me, investment of my time, investment of my resources, an investment of my energy. But I know for a fact that these young men are worth it. They are absolutely worth it because they are our future. And that's it in a nutshell. I wanted to come on here and clearly and concisely give you a description of what to expect, why you should register your Black son if he's in middle school and high school, because he's going to receive something of tremendous value. You can try to put a price tag on it: free seminar, free workshop, free t-shirt, free lunch, free breakfast, free book, free notebook. I will tell you this: if I were to do this event and it was a paid event, I myself would have charged easily $20 to $25 per person. That's lowballing where I am in this industry now. I've done events where people have paid $100 per person. We worked for years to build this construct, this model. We are the creators of the Win with Win personal development course that is literally transforming people's lives week after week after week. God has called us to do this, and our own personal journey has really shaped us to do what we do and equipped us to do what we do, because I was a wayward young man. I was a wayward young man, hard-headed, got involved in some things that really could have landed me in prison or most certainly put me in the grave. There's no doubt about that. But I'm also someone who turned his life around. I'm someone who has turned his life around, have a beautiful family, been married 34 years this December, the father of 3 amazing children, a daughter that's in the military in Hawaii, just recently retired, son that's at Kennesaw State studying to be an engineer, and my youngest daughter is in college now working on her degree. So I'm a parent who knows about parenting today's youth, because today's youth, it's a different breed, and you have to be cerebral in many ways to be able to understand how to break through all of the barriers that they are dealing with and to allow them to see what you already know. It's going to be phenomenal. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us as a people. I'm praying for us as a community. Our best days are ahead of us. I promise you, our best days are ahead of us because the best and the brightest among us are rising from the ashes and taking their rightful place. Have your sons join me this weekend at the Freedom Church. The address is 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. I think I've got a graphic for that. I'm sure I do. So give me a minute to find that for you. Just as a recap before I give you the church address, that's this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Free empowerment seminar for high school and middle school Black boys. This is the Black Male Empowerment Now organization that I am the CEO and founder of, and everything is absolutely free. It is at my church, the Freedom Church, where I am blessed and honored to have the privilege to be the senior pastor and the founder of this ministry as well. And that address is 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. Again, 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. If you're familiar with Warner Robins and you know where Ollie's is, then the Freedom Church is in that shopping plaza where Ollie's is. We're on the corner in the place and space that used to be a Save-A-Lot grocery store. And we are remodeling it and turning it into a church. My brother actually told me this weekend or this week, he was at the church and said, you can stop saying that this used to be a grocery store, because if nobody knew that it was once a grocery store, they would not have any idea when they walk inside. He and my father came in and took a brief tour of our ministry and sanctuary. Since the last time they had been there had been a couple of years, and they were amazed and impressed just with the transformation that had occurred aesthetically inside the facility. We love the ministry that God has given us because it truly makes a difference, not just on Sunday. It makes a difference every single day. Everything from feeding the community to helping single moms to getting people out of jail during the holidays who are in jail for non-violent criminal offenses. It's something we do Thanksgiving and Christmas. We bond people out of jail so they can spend Christmas with their families and not in the jail cell. We help people every way that we can, when we have the resources. And we're glad to do so because we believe that that's what a church is supposed to do. The Freedom Church has a shoe bank or shoe ministry. I have a shoe ministry where we put shoes on the feet of young men and young boys and girls who don't have adequate or decent shoes. And sometimes we put put shoes on feet of boys and girls and young men who may have decent shoes, but they've done well, and we just want to reward them. So we bless them with a nice pair of shoes that they are proud to wear. And they're normally Nikes. Kids love Nikes. A lot of young people love Nikes. And we just do things like this throughout the year. And I could go on and tell you the things that we do. We have helped people with their legal fees when they needed an attorney, and the attorney's fees were beyond their scope of paying them. We've helped people in that area as well. And the list goes on and on. That's the kind of church that the Freedom Church is. So that's where we'll be this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, pouring into the lives of young men. I myself, my son, and a mentee of mine that I'm super proud of by the name of Jonathan Oliver, young man that's in the process of making progress, and he will share some of his trials and some of his failures and some of his successes as well on this journey to Black male empowerment. May 1st, Saturday, 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 100% free. But you have to register, and you have to be registered by midnight tonight. Go to www.troywinsenior.com and please register your middle school and high school Black male for a wonderful opportunity for them to be poured into and to be blessed. Please be reminded that they must be in the building by 10 a.m. Breakfast will be available at 9 a.m. The doors will open at 9:30 a.m. Lunch will be served, and they must be picked up promptly at 12 noon. It's going to be a great day. They will get a free book from yours truly entitled Unleash the Power Inside. And every attendee will receive this book absolutely free. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to pouring into your sons this weekend at the Black Male Empowerment Now in Warner Robins, Georgia. Have a blessed day. We'll see you soon.